Welcome back to Joe's Galley. Hope this lockdown's not knocking around too much. It might be knocking those city people a bit over, but they can't keep it under control. Everybody can't do what they're told. The government can't control it. Teach you not to trust people who eat bats. I hope you're weathering this lockdown better than the government is. Talk about weather, it's bloody crap outside. I'm glad I'm not out at sea. Lucky enough for me, I'm anchored up in Bum Cove every night now. Some poor bastards out there working in it. Feel sorry for you. Keep going, boys, we're thinking of you. Today I've got a great recipe for you. It's called Caponata. This one you can keep in the fridge for a couple of days. You can eat it with meat, you can eat it with anything. You can eat it on its own. You could grill a piece of bread and put it on the top and call it bruschetta. Beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Many cooks have their take on this one, but the Sicilians do it best, I'm sure. Today's ingredients are really simple. We start with our eggplant. Now I've chopped up an eggplant and I've salted it because we want it to bleed out a bit of that bitterness. So that's the first thing you do. Anyway, what we've done is we've diced it up into bits about that big, or about that big, and we've salted it pretty heavy and put it in the sink, in a colander, in the sink like that, and it bleeds out all that bitterness, you know. Leave it there for about half an hour to an hour, that's fine. Also, along with the eggplant, we've got onion, capsicums, we've got green ones, we've got yellow ones, we've got red ones, we've got celery, basil, we've got some tomatoes, we've got olive oil, white wine vinegar, salt, sugar, green olives, black olives, pine nuts, almonds, roasted almonds, chopped up, capers, and concentrated tomato paste. In the comments below, I'll leave a list of the ingredients. Now, once you've bled your eggplant for a while, make sure that you take them, wash them, and then really dry them between two bits of paper towel. Because if you don't dry them, they'll spit back at you. That's talking from experience. Time to fry them up. And just cook your eggplant in batches till you've got it all done. Once your eggplants reach that golden brown colour, drain it off onto some paper towel. Yeah, I could eat that like that, just a little bit of salt. All right, let's get things cranking. A little bit of olive oil. Get that heating up. And the first things that we'll have go in is our onions. Put the onions in there. And we just want to get them cooking a little bit. You know, the new in word for cooks is we'll sweat the onions. Here's where we bring in our celery and our capsicum, our olives, yeah, our pine nuts. Looks like a Christmas party in there. Just get that all in action, look at it. It's absolutely beautiful. Time now for our tomatoes. Now I'm not going to put in the whole 400 grams. About 2/3 of that tin of tomatoes. I used a little pomodorinis and mix them in. Once those tomatoes are stirred in well, we're going to cover this up and cook it for, I don't know, 10 to 15 minutes. And we'll be back shortly. While we're waiting for that to cook and simmer, it's time to make up our little brew here with a bit of white wine vinegar, a bit of tomato concentrate, and some sugar. All right, mix that all well like that. And that'll be ready to mix in as soon as our olives and capsicums, etc. are cooked. Easy as that. Every so often, have a little peek. Whoops, bit of spillage there. Give it a stir, make sure everything's okay. Oh, does that look sensational. While you're doing the check there, halfway through the cook, drop in your capers and give them a good stir in. So then, everything's been cooking for about 10, 15 minutes, actually 15 I'd say. Oh, it looks sensational. Time now to drop in our vinegar concentrated tomato brew and give that a good stir in. And what we're going to do is we're going to cook that until that vinegar smell has gone. Won't be long. So we've been cooking this 5 or 6 minutes. It smells great. Haven't got that vinegar smell anymore. So it's time to switch her off and grab our eggplant and put in our eggplant. Stir it in. Stir it in really well. We add a little bit of salt, like that. Yep. Mix that in really well. And finally, what we do is we grab a heap of basil. Don't be scared, don't be bashful. Get it in there. Plenty of basil, tear it up. I love this stuff. Nice and torn up. I can smell the basil. Oh, yeah. And give that a good stir. Oh, let that just soak in all that basil. Oh, I'm so proud of myself. Slashed it. Okay. So there you have it. That's caponata. Now, we're not going to go past the taste test, are we? So I'll just make sure I get some of this in here and let's see how we go. See if we pass the test. Look at this. It does smell sensational. I'll get it all. Now, just for a little bit of garnish, we'll grab some of these roasted almonds, stick them on top. Let me see what that does. Excellent. They say it's best served cold, like revenge. Well, I can't wait. Have myself a glass of wine. Well, thank you very much for joining me. I'm sure if you give that one a go, you'll love it. It's bloody beautiful. Till the next time, I love you all. Salud. The first one was coffee, bloody hell. Oh, you think I'm a liar? That's fantastic. Come and have some.